Donald Trump just shook the auto industry, declaring, "All cars have to be made in America now." Could this bold move transform the economy or trigger a global trade war? For years, foreign automakers dominated the U.S. market, but Trump's mandate demands they shift production to American soil. What does this mean for car prices? Will U.S. automakers rise to the challenge, or will consumers pay the price? How will Trump handle the inevitable global backlash? Let's dive in. The big move, Trump's vision. Trump's announcement isn't just a casual suggestion. It's a mandate he wants enforced as soon as possible. His statement reflects a broader mission: reclaiming American manufacturing dominance and boosting jobs in an era of outsourcing. For decades, brands like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Toyota, and others established factories overseas, taking advantage of cheaper labor while selling their cars in the U.S. Trump's vision is simple: if you want to sell here, you build here. The global response, manufacturers worldwide are stunned by Trump's directive. BMW produces over 60% of its U.S. sold vehicles domestically. However, high-end models like the BMW 7 Series are still made overseas. Trump's challenge? Bring that production home to the States. Volkswagen, which assembles over 90% of its U.S. vehicles in North America, might have an easier time complying. American automakers' big opportunity. For U.S. brands like Ford, General Motors, and Tesla, Trump's announcement might be a game changer. If foreign automakers scale back or raise prices, it could open the door for these American brands to capture larger market shares. Ford, for instance, has doubled down on American-made SUVs and trucks, products that remain wildly popular among consumers. With the right strategy, they could position themselves as leaders in the Made in America market. General Motors might also benefit if it pivots production to focus on competitive hybrid and gas-powered models. Even Tesla, despite its reliance on international supply chains for components like batteries, might use this as an opportunity to invest further in domestic manufacturing. Consumer impact. What this means for you. Let's talk about what this policy means for everyday consumers. On one hand, the move could lead to a resurgence in American innovation and job creation. If U.S. automakers rise to the challenge, we might see more affordable, high-quality options on the market. But there's also a flip side. Higher production costs often translate to higher prices. European luxury brands like BMW and Mercedes-Benz could pass these costs on to consumers, making high-end vehicles even more expensive. Trade wars and global tensions. As the auto industry braces for impact, global trade relations are hanging in the balance. Germany, home to automotive giants like BMW and Mercedes-Benz, views this as a direct challenge to its industry. The German government has already voiced concerns and hinted at possible retaliatory measures, such as imposing tariffs on American goods. Asian nations like Japan and South Korea are similarly alarmed. Automakers like Toyota and Hyundai, major players in the U.S. market, are exploring ways to mitigate potential losses. The jobs promise. At the heart of Trump's strategy is the promise of job creation. For decades, states like Michigan, Ohio, and South Carolina have seen their once thriving manufacturing sectors dwindle as factories moved operations overseas. Trump's plan envisions a resurgence of factory jobs, revitalizing local economies and reducing American dependency on foreign goods. However, modern manufacturing is highly automated, and it's unclear how many jobs will actually be created. The bigger picture. This announcement isn't just about cars, it's about reshaping the future of American industry. If successful, Trump's policy could spark a manufacturing renaissance in the U.S., creating jobs and boosting local economies. Will this bold move cement America's place as a global manufacturing powerhouse, or will it isolate the U.S. in a rapidly globalizing world? The cost of moving operations, relocating factories isn't just about building new plants. It's about reshaping entire ecosystems. Automakers like BMW and Volkswagen face a massive economic gamble. Moving production to the U.S. means billions in investment, navigating regulatory mazes, and reimagining supply chains that have taken decades to optimize. Their current plants in Europe and Asia are finely tuned for efficiency, Shutting them down or repurposing these facilities comes at a steep cost, not just financially, but strategically. Building in America. No easy task. Constructing a new factory in the US isn't a walk in the park. Labor costs here are significantly higher than in countries like Mexico and China, where many automakers source parts and assembly services. What this means for car prices. Brace yourself. Your next car might be the most expensive one you've ever bought. The rising costs of domestic production will likely be passed on to consumers. Experts predict car prices could increase by thousands of dollars for imported brands like Mercedes-Benz and Audi. Even American automakers like Ford and General Motors aren't immune. With the demand for US-made components increasing, their production costs could rise too. The result? Higher prices across the board. Consumers may also see fewer choices in the showroom. Automakers might cut back on low-volume or luxury models to focus on high-profit vehicles. That dream car you've been eyeing, it might disappear altogether. Survival strategies, adapting to new rules. When the game changes, the smart players adapt, and fast. Automakers are already exploring strategies to weather this storm. Vertical integration. Companies are moving to control more of their supply chains. Tesla's investment in its Gigafactory is a prime example, and others are following suit by producing more parts in-house. Joint ventures. Partnerships are on the rise. Toyota and Mazda teamed up on a $1.6 billion plant in Alabama, while General Motors joined forces with LG Chem to build a battery plant in Ohio. Leveraging technology. From robotics to AI, companies are automating production to cut costs and improve efficiency. 3D printing is also speeding up innovation by reducing prototyping time. These moves are shaping the future of the industry. Those who innovate will thrive. Those who don't may vanish. But this isn't just about survival. The ripple effects of Trump's mandate are reshaping the US economy itself. The broader economic impact. Could this policy spark an American manufacturing renaissance or cause unforeseen economic strain? On one hand, increased domestic production could boost local economies, creating jobs not just in auto plants, but also in logistics, construction, and supply industries. States like Michigan and Alabama might see a resurgence in auto industry investment. However, rising car prices could hurt household budgets, reduce consumer spending, and disrupt industries like ride-sharing and delivery services. There's also the looming threat of trade retaliation. Countries like Germany and Japan could impose tariffs on US goods, leading to a broader economic conflict that affects agriculture, technology, and more. Redefining American-made. What does it truly mean for a car to be American-made? Many vehicles assembled in the US still rely heavily on foreign parts. Trump's new policy may redefine that label, requiring companies to source more components domestically. This could reignite demand for industries like steel and electronics manufacturing. But rebuilding entire supply chains is no small feat. It's a monumental challenge that tests the resolve of automakers and policymakers alike. The global ripple effect. Trump's mandate is shaking the global automotive industry. Foreign automakers like Toyota, Honda, and Mercedes-Benz are reconsidering strategies. Some may expand their US operations, while others might pull out entirely, leaving room for American brands to reclaim market dominance. Retaliatory tariffs could escalate trade tensions, affecting far more than just the auto sector. Meanwhile, US automakers like Ford and GM face their own challenge, proving they can make affordable, attractive cars that consumers want to buy. The consumer's perspective. Will buying American-made cars become a patriotic duty or a financial burden? Supporting US production resonates deeply with many buyers, but rising sticker prices could force some to downsize or delay their purchases. Imported car options may dwindle, frustrating consumers who value variety. Potential government incentives for buying American-made vehicles could ease the financial strain, but it's unclear how those will unfold. The road ahead. The future of the American auto industry is being forged now. If successful, Trump's policy could spark innovation, create jobs, and restore manufacturing pride. But balancing production costs with affordability will require unprecedented ingenuity. So will this bold move spark an American comeback or backfire under mounting pressure? Let us know your thoughts below. And stay tuned as this automotive revolution unfolds.